While collecting samples, a geologist was accidentally bitten by a venomous snake. When he realized it was a deadly rattlesnake, he endured the pain and tried to call for help, but in his panic, he dropped his phone and it slipped into a crack between the rocks. Jack immediately pulled out a small knife, cut open the wound where he had been bitten, and desperately sucked out the poison. Then, while he was still conscious, he hurried back home. It was this desperate action that accidentally saved his life. Rushing into the house, Mike downed a bottle of whiskey. Soon, his breathing became rapid, his consciousness blurred, and he collapsed onto the bed. In his daze, Jack felt as if someone had come looking for him. But when they saw his condition, instead of helping, they quickly left. He only vaguely heard a strange sentence. "He's sick, let's go." At that moment, Jack's mother sent him a message, asking where he was working, but Jack had no chance of seeing it. He was still struggling against the venom, barely able to crawl down from the bed to drink a little water. Eventually, he woke up from his coma. Without his phone, he had no idea how long had passed. He discovered that not only had he not died from the venom, but even the wound on his hand had completely healed. Jack thought it must have been his first aid that saved him, but to be safe, he decided to go to the hospital for a checkup. To his shock, his car was covered in dust. Jack felt uneasy. How long had he been unconscious? He wiped it off simply, then drove straight toward town. When he entered the town, he was struck by a strange sight. The once lively streets were now completely empty. At the entrance of a supermarket, he saw goods scattered across the road, as if people had left in a hurry. It wasn't until he saw a corpse on the ground that he finally realized something was terribly wrong. Judging from the condition of the body and the flies buzzing around, this person had clearly been dead for a long time. Although Jack didn't yet know what had happened, the horrific scene all around made it clear. Something big had occurred here. He quickly drove back home. Through the radio, he finally learned that he had been in a coma for 3 weeks. During that time, a highly lethal virus had spread across the world. The outbreak grew rapidly, soon sweeping across the globe. The authorities advised survivors to seek refuge in shelters. Jack ran back home, praying his parents were safe. But when he entered the bedroom, he found his father already dead. Choking back tears, Jack wept. He then turned to the bathroom, only to find his mother had collapsed by the toilet. The sudden blow left Jack devastated. He buried his parents in the garden they both loved. Believing there must be other survivors like him, Jack began searching the entire town, but after several days, all he found were remains scattered everywhere. So he decided to head to the big city to see what awaited him there.